Alright, Facebook, we're going live with the Double Under Clinic. I'll let people start coming on in. I'll start things off with showing a couple of illustrations as people come on in. When you do come on in, please note that this is very freeform. I do have a sense of structure of drills that I'm going to run us through. But if you do have a question, I do want to make this about you and help any of our double unders journey. So please fire away at your questions. So I'm going to let people come on in. I'm going to show off my illustration skills, all right, as people come on in. All right. So we're going to start off with an illustration. You ready for this? I went to college for this. My music degree says otherwise, but here we go. So here's us chilling, right? If we want to have good double unders or jump roping form, we want to make sure that that rope is spinning in a perfect circle around us, okay? Please laugh at the artwork, but you get the idea, all right? We want to create a sphere around us, a little globe. For a lot of us, we don't fall under that category. We fall under two other categories, okay? The first one is that we have the jump rope too far behind us. So we kind of poke that chest out and we have our hands going behind us, like so. You might look like a starfish, if you will, if we're jumping. And if you're looking like a starfish, that brings that rope a little bit too close to that front side. Do you see that? And we typically hit our toes. Maybe it's our arm, maybe it's the back of our ponytail, what have you, okay? Some of us might fall under that category. Okay. The other category are the pikers, okay? What that looks like is our hands and our arms are a little too far forward. And so when we're jumping, we hit the backside of our body, typically the tush, right? And that doesn't feel too good, especially at 5:15 in the morning. Some social. Thank you, Alex. I did go to art school for this. Granted, my art school was music, but that's coming up in a little bit. Stay tuned. Okay, so if we end up hitting ourselves on a tush, maybe you say rope, but I see stick being in a circle. Oh, that's funny. If you keep hitting yourself in the tush, maybe it's your arms are coming too far forward, okay? And I'll start to demonstrate what I mean by this. Okay. So ideally speaking, we want to make sure that we're set up in this nice proper posture. What's proper posture, okay? Elbows are a little bit behind us. We have a baseball between our rib cage and our forearms. Our thumbs are right at our hips, and they're pointing to about 45 degrees to our sides, okay? Some of us, we come too far back this way, the starfish, and we hit our shins. Others of us, we pike too far forward, and we hit the tush or maybe the backside of our head, okay? Ideal, too far back, too far forward. Okay, so what I want us to do, you can do this at home or in your 700 square foot apartment. Let's get our hands right at our hip level. Let's have our elbows a little bit behind our rib cage, and let's have a baseball in between our forearms. Okay, our thumbs are at 45 degrees, and we can draw a straight line up and down. Okay. That's kind of the motion that we're making, all right? So let's practice that 10 times as I catch up on the comments. All right, so far mostly people are watching, that's good. Like I said in the beginning, if you do have any questions, please throw them your way. I will be scrolling through the comments so that I can try to answer to the best of my abilities your questions. If there's no questions, the next thing that we need to do is practice combining two things. We need to practice combining our head going up and our thumbs going down, okay? So, before we do that, let's get our head to the ceiling, known as a calf raise. Keep this nice, strong, proper position, okay? And let's get 10 calf raises, okay? I'm getting my head close to the ceiling. I'm not quite jumping yet, but the main thing that I want to focus on is, can I stay in this posture, okay? Like most of you during our warm-ups, I've forgotten which number that I'm on right now. I think I'm on 8 or 9. So if you're actually counting, I don't know what number I am on. Call it 10, okay? So what I want us to do now is, before we jump, is that as our heads are going up, my thumbs are going down, okay? Head up, thumb down. Can't lose, okay? Head up, thumb down. Head up, thumb down. Head up, thumb down, okay? And what I want us to do is break out the old metronome. So we're going to start off with some slow clicks. You'll hear that click. I got my handy dandy piano over here. I don't know if you can tell. Right? But what more importantly, I have a metronome. Click, 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 up, 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 up. Right? So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to slow this down for us. And we're going to start very slow, and then we'll slowly but surely try to pick up the tempo, okay? We'll have like a 10% tempo increase. All that we're trying to do, get the head to the ceiling as our thumbs go to the ground, okay? So every click, head's going up and thumbs are going down, okay? Ready? Five, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's try that a little bit faster. Five, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we'll go a little bit faster. For some of us who might have been in marching band, this is bringing back good memories. All right, a little bit faster. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. I'm just getting in the groove. I just went to 15. All right, last one. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So, since that we're stuck at home, we can take a metronome, free apps online, and just start practicing some coordination just between what we hear, right, the click, our thumbs going down, and then our head trying to hit the ceiling, okay? What we're going to do next, without using the hands, we're just going to work on jumping and try to jump to a beat, okay? So let me scroll through, see any comments that I might have missed. All right, cool. Last comment is still Taurus, which I still find hilarious. All right, so I'm going to turn the metronome back on. This time we're just going to focus on jumping. So each click is just going to be a little jump, okay? Five, 6, 7, 8. We'll go a little bit faster. 5, 6, 7, 8. Slow it down. We'll go a little bit faster. All right. For most of us, our jump ropes, if we're jumping to a metronome, most of us live between 90 beats per minute and 130 beats per minute, okay? Where we were just at was about 105, okay? There are some of us in the gym who think we have to spin the rope super duper fast to get our double unders in, and we're going like 150 beats a minute, and then we feel tired by 4 or 5, right? There's others of us who don't spin the rope quite as fast, and we're going more about 80 beats per minute, and we can't figure out that timing. By having a metronome and try to jump to the beat, that can get us aligned so that we're not constantly whipping ourselves or not spinning the rope fast enough to get the feet under, or get that jump rope underneath our feet. Okay, so the next thing, let's actually get the jump rope. We're not going to spin it, okay, but we're going to practice, first of all, holding it like a pencil. And what I mean by that is that I'm taking my first and my thumb, okay? Practice this in the airport next to the Delta rep. They told me, all right, do it, dude. Do it, Mark. It's actually going to be a good time. All right. Have your thumb and your index finger, okay, pinching the pencil like you're about to write, or technically it'd be about this way. It's probably the reason why I don't have good handwriting. All right. The back 3 fingers is just a guide, all right? So I'm lightly having my fingers on the grip. What a lot of times happen is I see a lot of death grip, right? We're trying to hold on to this for dear life. The jump rope's not going anywhere. It likes you, right? Just a little pinch, okay? From here, having a little pinch, we're having our elbows behind us, and then we're just gonna practice flicks now. Okay, no jumping, just flicks. Okay, let's get the metronome back up. So I'll be flick, 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 okay? And let's do 10 flicks. 5, 6, 7, 8, flick, 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 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? We'll go a little faster. 5, 6, 7, 8, flip, 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 flip. Okay. One more time, that's about 115. This is right in the middle. Arguably the best DJ tempo you can have, 127 beats per minute. Flip, 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 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So, this next one, I'm going to put the jump rope away, and it's the coordination piece. Okay. What's up, JDC? This time we're going to practice a double tap, and we've done double taps before as a scale. The problem with double taps is that we just start jumping and tapping our hips kind of willy-nilly, and we don't focus on the mind to body connection. All right, and what I want us to do is take some time to slow it down, to work each part individually like you would in music. Work on your right hand, then your left hand, and then you combine them both, and then you can play a piano piece. We're going to work on the hand skills, right, the flicks, the jumps separately, and then combine the two together to make our jump roping masterpiece, okay? So the next thing we're going to do is tap, 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 tap. All right, and it's going to be to the beat. So each click, it's going to be, more specifically, it's going to be on the hip. So, okay, so let me get the metronome back up. We'll slow it down. Tap, 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 okay? And let's do this 10 times, okay? 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's pick up the pace just a little bit. That was about 90 beats per minute. We're up to 100. Tap, 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 tap. Okay, no jumping, just tap taps. That would be a good band name. 5, 6, 7, 8. Tap tap, tap tap. 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We'll go a little bit faster. This is going to be at 115. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now, the key where a lot of us start to fall apart is that we can jump to a beat, we can tap tap to a beat, but put both things together and we have a mental freak out, like what in the world is going on, right? So let's do this very slowly first, and then only one hop at a time, okay? So this next little batch, I'm going to jump and tap my hips 2 times in the air, and then I'll take a complete pause, and then I will do it again, okay? So I'll get the metronome going, but in the meantime, it's gonna look something like this. I will take a jump, tap, double tap in the air, and pause, okay? Jump, tap, double tap in the air, and pause, okay? We're trying to build successful patterns or successful connections between our actions and our mind telling us to do something, okay? So let me get the metronome back up. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So what I would like us to do is on the downbeat or on the 1, we will do a double tap, and then it'd be 2, 3, 4, jump tap tap, 2, 3, 4, jump tap tap, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, Dave, I got to keep my shirt on. It's Blue Shirt Friday. All right. So we're going to go a little bit faster this time. That was about 80 beats per minute. One, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. All right, and let's do that one more time, just a little bit faster now. This is about at 100 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The next thing that we're going to do is try to introduce another jump tap tap. And the way that we're going to do that is that we're going to go on the 1 and the 3. So jump, rest, jump, rest, jump, rest, jump, rest. So you can try to think of it as a ruler stick. On every inch mark or every other inch mark, we're going to be doing that jump and that tap tap. But the thing is that we're only going to do 2 in a row, and then we're going to take a rest, okay? We'll slow things down. So jump, rest, and then we'll take a break. Then it'll be jump, rest. Okay, you ready to try it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. And then we'll rest for a little bit. All right, let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. And then we'll take another little break. Try it one more time. Rest. Okay. We'll go a little bit faster. Remember the 1 and the 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Rest. Okay. Last one. This one's at about 100 beats per minute. 5, 7, 8. Rest. Do it one more time. Rest. Okay. So, we're starting to get the combination of jumping and moving our arms at the same time. I feel for a lot of us, that's the biggest struggle. So this next part is where most likely our wheels are going to start to fall off, and that's a-okay. Okay. What we want to focus on is trying to build that mind-muscle connection. So if my beats per minute are going a little bit too fast for you, like the jump taps, when you're practicing this at home, what you can do is slow it down even more. I'm going to start at about 90 beats per minute, and we'll try to do 4 of those jump taps in a row, and then take a measure off. So it'd be jump tap, jump tap, jump tap, jump tap, and then we'll rest for 4. Okay? Let's try this. Jump tap, jump tap, jump tap, jump tap. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and rest. Okay. Let's go a little bit faster. Okay. So for a lot of us, just practicing those drills in and of themselves will yield great results. Okay. Now, let's actually start getting our jump ropes. Okay. This is going to be really fun. I've only hit the ceiling like 10 times practicing this. So hopefully my upstairs neighbor understands. For a lot of us, we're stuck in the single doubles, and we can't seem to string more than 1 or 2 double unders in a row. So what I want us to do is try practicing however many single unders it takes to then get, maybe that's 2 double unders in a row, maybe it's 3 double unders in a row, or maybe it's 4 double unders in a row, depending on where we're at. And then get back into single unders, okay? So typically like a single double looks like this. Right? I'm trying to keep that same beat, that metronome that we've been practicing, okay? Now what I want us to do is add a double under behind that first double under, okay? For a lot of us, this is a 100% increase to our double under powers, okay? So it's okay if we're making mistakes here. In fact, I encourage us to make mistakes, because if you're not making mistakes, then we're not really improving. Okay, so let's try doing single, single, double, double. Okay. Okay. Single, single, double, double. All right. How are we feeling so far? All right. Give me some type of emoji if you're tracking with me so far, if this is helpful. Okay. Cool. So what I want us to do next is go for that third double under in a row. And I think getting that second one is pretty tough for a lot of us. Some of us we can get two, but trying to get that third one is a little bit tough. So instead of doing 2 single unders and then try to get 3 double unders, maybe we need to take time to mentally think about, okay, I'm going to go for 3 double unders. I'm going to keep my feet bouncing the same, and it's just a light flick of the wrist. Okay. So, for example, I'm going to do 5 single unders and then 3 double unders. Okay. So, regardless of wherever we're at in our double under journey, I think doing something along those lines can really help us get out of our box. I think most of us have more space than we do, or I do, and also I kind of have some stuff rearranged in my house. Don't tell Jordan. I'll clean it up before she gets home. But since we have a lot of downtime right now, I know a lot of us would really love to improve our jump roping game. Here's a challenge that I'll post in the comments, but this is something that we can do every day, once a week, however much you want to improve. If you can do, say, maybe 25 to 50 double unders in a row, your challenge is to see how quickly can you do 100 double unders in a row. So kind of times it by 2. Okay. If the most amount of double unders in a row you've ever done is around 10 to 20, try to see how fast you can do 50 in a row. Okay. If you're between 5 and 10, think doing 20 or not 20 in a row, but how quickly can you do 20? Okay. Last but not least, see how quickly you can do 10 double unders. Okay. I think I said in a row on some of them. Don't worry about getting them in a row. It's how quickly can you get 100 double unders? How quickly can you get 50 double unders? How quickly could you get 20? How quickly could you get 10? Okay. Got different levels for all abilities. Okay. Are there any other questions or anything else that you would want to work on or see? I'll throw it up to the audience. This is actually kind of fun. I get to read the comments as they're happening. All right. It looks like all of us are pretty good. So I'll post that challenge in the comments section so that we can get better at our jump ropes. Right? So by the next time we see you in the gym, we'll all be jump rope savants. Right? All right. See you, tribe. Thanks for tuning in.